everyone, welcome to Essie Cooks. In this video, we're going to make 3 ingredients, super clean, super healthy brownies. Now, of course, these don't taste exactly like a regular brownie, but they are so delicious, so healthy. We have no added sugar. I'm going to show you how to make these. It's so easy. Okay, so we're going to start with 3 bananas. So ideally, they are brown and have ripe spots just because they are going to be sweeter. Same thing as banana bread. These could be browner for sure, but it's what I have, so that's what I'm going to use. But of course, for this, browner the better. And I know some people were kind of asking, well, what if, I don't like bananas and I want to make something similar? You could use pumpkin puree instead. Comment below if you want to know how much. I don't know off the top, but I can figure it out for you and make a version just with pumpkin instead. All right, so there's the bananas. And I'm just going to mash them up until they are in a nice sort of puree. And then we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. You could add almond butter instead, but peanut butter does taste better in this recipe. A little bit fudgier, just a little bit better for a brownie replica. Of course, this being a healthy version, it's going to taste different than traditional brownies, but it's just a nice healthy chocolate snack. So for the 3 ingredients, we have banana, peanut butter, and a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. So I'm going to add that in. Now, you can leave it just like that, but my peanut butter is unsalted, so I am going to add a pinch of salt. I realize I'm going over the 3 ingredients here. And because I just love it, anytime I'm adding chocolate, I like to add just a little pinch of espresso powder, espresso bean powder. Just really enhances the chocolate flavor. And I'm going to add some chocolate chips on top. At this point, I'm still seeing some banana chunks, so that's fine by me, but I might mash it a little bit more. I've got a nice batter like this now. That looks good. Okay, I've got my loaf pan here, just like a regular sized loaf pan with some parchment paper. You can use parchment paper or you can lightly grease it, your choice. And then I'm just going to add the batter directly in. Just smooth it around. It's going to be a thin layer, and that is just fine. The batter actually tastes really good. Okay, now optionally we can sprinkle with a few walnuts on top. Obviously walnuts are like the healthy topping, but I'm going to add some chocolate chips too, just because it's going to add a nice flavor, but you don't have to. And now into the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes, usually 25. It is ready for me. Just check on it to make sure it's not overly gooey. It will set as well. Now once it's out of the oven, you're going to want to check it with a toothpick. And the idea isn't for it to be completely dry, but you don't want it to be like wet and gooey either. So a little bit like this is totally fine, but if thick banana chunks are stuck to it, you may want to bake it a little bit longer. Now we're going to leave it in the pan to cool for 15 to 20 minutes before we pull it out and let it cool further. I know if you're hungry and excited to eat it, you can totally go ahead, but it is going to crumble. It's not going to cut nicely, so I would recommend waiting if you can. And now that it's out of the pan, we're going to let it cool for at least another 25 minutes if you want to still eat it warm. If not, let it cool 45 to 60 minutes. Then you can slice it and store it. It stores on the counter for about 2 days at room temperature or up to about 5 days in the fridge. All right, now that it has been an hour, it has fully cooled and it was so easy to cut into, and that is ready to go. I hope you love this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe for more videos like this.